Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of our show. This is your host, Keith Doherty. Today our special guest is top real estate agent Giulietta Ulloa of EWM Christie's Real Estate based out of Key Biscayne, Florida. Giulietta has been living in Miami and selling real estate for the past 20 years. She specializes in Key Biscayne, Brickell, and Sunny Isles. She is in the top half of the 1% of real estate agents nationwide. As a multi-million-dollar top producer and diamond level member, she is a reliable and loyal agent who cares about her clientele. She puts their needs above anything, allowing her to form close personal relationships and eventually good friendships with the people she works with. Because she has been living in Miami for 20 years, she has witnessed the city grow and expand into the incredible metropolitan city it has become today. She is an expert and extremely knowledgeable on all things real estate. Additionally, she is fluent in Spanish, English, and Portuguese, allowing her to work with a broad range of people. All right, with all that said, Giulietta, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
And Giulietta, if we could start for our listeners, what led you into real estate? Was it something that you always knew you wanted to do, or did you maybe stumble into it?
You know, I'm originally from Lima, Peru. I moved to Miami in 1996, and since I graduated with a degree in marketing, I never really saw real estate in my future. I had always been very interested in seeing different kinds of properties, but I never thought of it as a profession, more as something that I enjoyed. When I bought my first house in Miami, I didn't have the best experience. I felt that my real estate agent wasn't caring about my needs, rather just about making the sale. I felt that it is a wonderful profession and it's one that I could be great at.
And can you talk a little bit about some of the personal attributes, traits, or qualities you think have most contributed to the success that you've had in real estate?
I have always been a people person. And this is something I think is really important to have when you are a real estate agent. I'm extremely patient. I always put people's needs above my own. My heart is in the right place. And I genuinely care about the clients that I work with. I think all of these attributes have contributed most to my success.
And do you think you could give our listeners an example of when these traits have played a role in your path towards success?
You know, most of my clients are international, so I need all of the patience I can get. On top of Miami being an international city, I also see people from all over the world. Buying a property is a completely different transaction in other countries than it is here for many different reasons. So I have to be very, very patient. I have learned a million ways to say, for example, closets in Spanish. I have learned to adapt to the different kinds of people that I work with.
And Giulietta, I think whenever somebody builds a successful business, sometimes the path to get there, there's things along the way and bumps in the road on your way to success. Can you talk about some of the adversities and trials that you had to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
Yeah, as I mentioned, selling real estate in South America is totally different than here. So I had to learn a new set of rules and laws. And maybe my accent too. Sometimes I feel like embarrassed to express myself because my accent is strong. Thankfully, most people in Miami speak Spanish. My kids say that I come alone with my English stuff.
And whenever, when obstacles come up along the way for you, what keeps you going? Why don't you give up? What's your driving force?
Well, when I moved to the USA, I knew I had to learn the American way quickly. Selling real estate involves a lot of good communication between the agent and client, so I understand how important it is to be able to communicate well.
And I guess looking forward, what do you see as your vision for your business and your career over the next 5 years?
My goal is to keep improving and learning every single day. I just got my Master Certified Negotiation Expert Designation degree, something that I'm really proud of. I'm also a notary public, and I have been the top producer of my company for the last 10 years. So I think I'm in a good path.
And I guess kind of on top of that, what do you feel is the best way you market yourself as a real estate professional so you can have continual growth?
I'm trying to promote myself on social media a lot more. Social media is the future of marketing. So I have been posting a lot of things on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Social media, I think, is the name of the game. Obviously, I still marketing myself through newspapers, magazines, flyers, and from direct mail.
And I think sometimes when the general public looks at real estate agents, sometimes I don't think they understand everything that you do and the value that you provide from both a buyer and a seller standpoint. What do you think the biggest misconception or myth that people have about working with a real estate agent?
I think that maybe the biggest misconception about real estate agents is thinking that we are only self-interest and don't care about clients' needs, rather just making the sale. Real estate agents should be able to navigate their clients through this jungle and give them the best and the smartest option for their benefit, for the benefit of the clients.
And let's say you get a call from a family member or maybe a friend in another state, and they want to sell their home. Now, obviously, with your experience, and you could probably, do a referral or look up an agent, but from a general advice standpoint, what advice would you give them about selecting an agent that could best serve their needs?
I would tell them to find a professional agent who really cares about what they are looking for. They will need someone who is honest and reliable during the whole buying process.
And obviously, you're based out of Key Biscayne, Miami, Florida area. If somebody's looking for real estate services or an agent in that general area, what's the best way they can find out more information about you and how you can help them?
I have my own website, GiuliettaSalesMiami.com. I also have a Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can also contact me through my firm, EWM. It is the biggest in South Florida.
Excellent. And Giulietta, obviously we want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come here today and share your professional real estate experience with all of our listeners. And if you're listening and you want to learn more about Giulietta, you can go to her website, like she said. Also below this interview, we're going to have a link to her site and any other contact information we have so you can see how she can help you with your real estate needs. So with that said, everybody, until our next show, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.